Alchemy, with its promises of transmuting base metals into gold and discovering the elixir of life, has fascinated and confounded scholars and seekers alike. Behind its veiled curtains lies a realm of esoteric knowledge, mystical symbolism, and clandestine experiments that have sparked countless theories and legends. Join us as we explore the shadows of history, where alchemists toiled in obscurity, pursued by rumors of arcane rituals and hidden agendas. From ancient Egypt's alchemical roots to the Renaissance courts of Europe, and even to the laboratories of modern science, the allure of alchemy persists, shrouded in conspiracy and intrigue. Welcome to Let's Be Briefed. I'm Sydney.
And I'm Sara.
And this week we're discussing alchemy.
Ooh, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. What do you, do you know anything about it?
Not really. The only thing I know is from the anime Full Metal Alchemist, which I would say there's some, I guess, based in the old practice, but obviously it's an anime, so not much.
Right. I didn't really know a lot about it either. There's a book called The Alchemist, but I haven't even read that.
Well, that's like a self-help book.
Is it?
The Alchemist? It's like a parable book of this guy going on, isn't it?
I don't know.
Of him wandering around and getting life advice and if I'm thinking of it, if that's what I'm thinking of, I didn't like it because I'm pretty sure I read it and I don't like the things where people go and search and then it's spoon-fed to them over and over of here's the lesson. So I don't think it has anything to do with this, but
shows what I know about that. Alright, so the origins of alchemy in ancient civilizations were, in Egypt, alchemy was believed to have its roots in ancient Egypt, where early practitioners sought to transform base metals like lead into noble metals like gold. They also thought the elixir of life, a substance they also sought the elixir of life, a substance believed to grant immortality. In parallel with Egypt, Chinese alchemy, also known as feng shui, emerged around the same time, focusing on Taoist principles and the quest for longevity through herbal medicines and elixirs. Greek philosophers such as Hermes Trismegistus contributed to the philosophical and mystical aspects of alchemy, blending Egyptian and Greek ideas into what became known as Hermeticism.
Oh, I've heard of that.
I have too.
But I don't know much about it either.
I think we'll talk about it a little bit in here.
Okay.
So there was some development during the Islamic Golden Age. From the 8th to the 13th centuries, Islamic scholars made significant advancements in alchemy. They translated and synthesized Greek and Indian alchemical texts, adding their own contributions in chemistry, medicine, and metallurgy. Figures like Jabir ibn Hayyan developed systematic experimental methods and refined laboratory techniques, laying the groundwork for scientific inquiry.
That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't know. For some reason, I just feel like I have not learned a lot about the Islamic Golden Age, other than that, there was control over, Spain.
Oh.
But that was pretty much all I know about that, I think.
I don't think I know anything about it. Yeah, I should learn more about that.
And then European alchemy during the Middle Ages and Renaissance. It gained prominence in Europe during the Middle Ages, where it was intertwined with Christian theology and symbolism. Alchemists sought not only material transformations, but also spiritual purification. Figures such as Albertus Magnus, Roger Bacon, and Paracelsus expanded alchemical theories and practices, blending them with early scientific methods. Wasn't Roger Bacon part of the
Yes.
Voynich manuscripts?
Yes, he was. Yeah, he's there again. Well, they wanted to attribute it to him. I think because he was like famous.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I was like, there's Roger Bacon again.
During the Renaissance, alchemy flourished as scholars like Sir Isaac Newton and John Dee explored its mysteries alongside their scientific pursuits.
I didn't know Isaac Newton did that.
He was into a lot of stuff. And then kind of after that, it transitioned to modern chemistry and declined. Alchemy declined. The 17th and 18th centuries marked a shift from alchemy to modern chemistry. The rise of empirical science, the rise of empirical science, the scientific revolution, and the work of figures like Robert Boyle focused on rigorous experimentation and empirical observation. Alchemical ideas gradually evolved into more structured and empirical approach of chemistry, separating from its mystical and speculative roots. By the 19th century, alchemy as a serious scientific pursuit had largely declined, although its symbolism and philosophical aspects continued to influence various esoteric and spiritual movements. So we'll get into some of the notable figures that have been mentioned so far. So we'll start with Hermes Trismegistus. So his name means thrice great Hermes, and it's a legend. He's a legendary figure associated with the blend of Egyptian and Greek wisdom, often regarded as the founder of alchemy. He's credited with authoring the Hermetic Corpus, a series of texts that encompass philosophical, astrological, and alchemical teachings. These texts influenced the development of Hermeticism, a mystical and philosophical tradition that includes alchemical principles, and he symbolizes the synthesis of spiritual and practical alchemical knowledge, emphasizing the pursuit of spiritual enlightenment alongside material transformations.
Yeah, so transform your soul and material, I guess.
Yeah, that's interesting. And then Periclesis was born Philippus Aureolus Theophrastus Bombastus von Hohenheim.
Hohenheim, I know Hohenheim. He's a character in Fullmetal Alchemist.
That's funny.
Bombastus. Okay.
He was a Swiss-German physician, alchemist, and astrologer during the Renaissance. He revolutionized medicine by advocating for the use of chemistry and minerals in medical treatment, challenging traditional Galenic medicine. Periclesis introduced the concept of archeus, an alchemical principle governing health and disease. Periclesis practiced alchemy not only as a pursuit of transmutation, but also as a means to understand the deeper mysteries of nature and health. His alchemical work influenced both science and mystical approaches to medicine.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then Sir Isaac Newton was an English mathematician, physicist, and astronomer widely recognized for his contributions to classical mechanics, optics, and calculus. He was deeply interested in alchemy, believing that studying it would reveal the secrets of nature and the universe. He conducted extensive alchemical experiments and wrote numerous manuscripts on the subject, seeking the Philosopher's Stone and the elixir of life.
Oh, the Philosopher's Stone. What does that do?
I think it
can make anything. I mean, I know in the anime, like, what it does, but not what they thought it would do. I thought it could, like, make something out of nothing, basically.
Oh.
Like, it broke the matter, like, where nothing's destroyed or created.
Oh.
I think. It's been a while since I watched it, but I know they were always looking for the Philosopher's Stone.
And although Newton is primarily known for his scientific achievements, his alchemical pursuits demonstrate his belief in hidden forces and the unity of natural laws, bridging the gap between science and mysticism in his area. Which, I guess, to me, I personally find it very interesting that we've taken all of his science stuff and completely disregarded all the mysticism.
Right. Yeah, why can't we look at both and, like, grow them together?
Right.
But I guess science is based on observation, and you can't observe as much the spiritual or metaphysical. That's
true. It's kind of subjective.
Right. So I guess they threw it away. But yeah, we think he's such a genius with science, but then we're going to dismiss his other findings or his other research.
Yeah. Just interesting.
Yeah.
And then Count Alessandro di Cagliostro, born Giuseppe Balsamo, was an Italian adventurer and occultist known for his alleged involvement in various conspiracies and mystical practices. He claimed to possess the secrets of alchemy and reportedly conducted alchemical experiments. He was associated with secret societies like Freemasonry and the Knights Templar, often accused of using alchemical knowledge for personal gain and political intrigue. His life was shrouded in controversy and conspiracy theories, including his alleged role in the affair of the diamond necklace, a scandal that implicated him in a plot against Queen Marie Antoinette of France. Despite skepticism about his claims, he remains a mysterious figure in the history of alchemy and occultism, embodying the allure and secrecy surrounding alchemical practices during his time. So these are some of the, like, conspiracy theories that go with alchemy. So the first one is a cover for deeper mystical or occult practices. According to this theory, alchemy is viewed not merely as a practical pursuit of transmuting metals, but as a symbolic and spiritual endeavor with deeper mystical implications. Alchemists were believed to be engaged in a quest for spiritual enlightenment, immortality, and the attainment of higher knowledge beyond the material world. The Philosopher's Stone, which symbolized perfection and the ultimate achievement in alchemy, was seen as a metaphor for achieving spiritual enlightenment and transformation. That's interesting.
Okay, yeah, that is interesting.
Alchemy is often linked with mystical traditions such as Hermeticism, which emphasizes the unity of the spiritual and material realms, and Kabbalah, which explores esoteric interpretations of the Hebrew scriptures. These traditions provided framework through which alchemical symbolism and practices could be understood as pathways to spiritual growth and cosmic understanding. The symbolism and rituals used in alchemical practices were believed to encode esoteric knowledge that was passed down through secret traditions and initiatory rites. The intricate symbolism of alchemical texts and diagrams was thought to conceal deeper philosophical and spiritual truths accessible only to those initiated into the mysteries.
I could see that.
Right?
'Cause it is kind of like a secret language. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. The Kabbalah, too.
I don't know much about Kabbalah.
Yeah, I've only looked at it a little bit, too.
And then kind of the significance of that, the association of alchemy with deeper mystical and occult practices contributed to the development of Western esoteric traditions. These traditions integrated alchemical symbolism and teachings into broader philosophical and spiritual movements, influencing thinkers and practitioners across centuries. The perceived secrecy surrounding alchemical practices and texts added to their allure and mystique. Allegorical interpretations